Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, guys. Let's take a look again on the euro currency. So situation here stands sophisticated for analysis because it's a bit blur action has happened last week and no clear signs of the direction yet on the euro currency, because although on the weekly monthly chart the overall situation and setup stands bullish, but in fact, the invalidation point of the weekly setup, weekly daily setup, stands right here at the B point. So until market stands above these lows, the long-term bull setup still valid. But this is really poor relief for us because it's really too far distance to trade this and to place stops below the B point for taking the long position, and it's accompanied with a significant risk. Another problem is coming from the reaction of the markets on the non-farm payrolls release. So it was two different reactions. On the euro currency, we have the flat reaction. So you can see actually on the Friday we have this daily cross. So nothing really has happened and no reaction has followed on the non-farm payrolls release. At the same time, if you'll take a look at the crude oil and the Canadian dollar, you will see a very strong drop there. I mean, on the Canadian, it means that the bullish action on the crude oil. And indirectly, this suggests some upward continuation in the euro currency, right? Although the relation between the Canadian dollar and euro currency is not really strong, but since the major background and driving factor is the United States dollar, in this case, it's probably some action should suggest the upward continuation. At the same time, Japanese yen was the opposite reaction due to the statement of the central bank representatives. And on the Great British Pound, guys, market has formed another daily bearish grabber here and suggested downward action. So it's really very confusing situation around the perspective. And we need to make the attempt to find a solution. What we should do if we will not be able to estimate the direction, at least we should specify some moments to keep an eye on that could bring clarity to overall situation. That could become the signal for us for action and in what direction we should act in this case. So as I said, on the monthly chart, monthly chart, its overall setup still stands bullish. But here, guys, I have some signs that worry me. First of all, from the pivot framework, take a look that this upward action was stopped precisely by the pivot resistance 1. Using the pivot analysis, it tells that pivot resistance usually halt retracements. So if market suddenly stopped at the pivot resistance, whether it will be daily or monthly, it means that this is just retracement and the previous trend is still valid. So by the pivot analysis, this bearish trend that stands on the daily chart is still valid, and that was just retracement on this trend, because you can see upward action was stopped by the pivot resistance 1. Second, what I do not like here is actually this drop down on European Central Bank meeting. This acceleration, you can see, guys, this action by far stands faster than an AB leg. Also, guys, despite the natural reaction on the non-farm payrolls release, if we would try to estimate the result of the European Central Bank, ECB plus NFP result, definitely it will be bearish. Because this here is mostly natural, but on the ECB this was negative reaction. It's bearish. Totally, as a result of the two major events, stands bearish. So, and formally, as you can see, market even has closed below the monthly pivot point. So all this stuff, guys, makes me think that definitely we should not be hurried with taking any long position here. We need to get some clear signs that indeed the upward action could continue. Probably we could estimate some compromise here, suggesting that market could drop to the COP target. Simultaneously, it will be kind of deeper retracement, but the B point will survive and overall bullish context will hold. Yes, but in this case, guys, I think that this market will continue to proceed right to the COP hard. It will stop here. In this case, I suggest dropping to the OP and its monthly pivot support on its continuation of this trend. So what we could do right now? The answer probably will stand on intraday charts, and major pattern that will keep an eye on is this is a daily cross pattern. It will stand in the center of our analysis. So we'll take a look at the 4-hour time frame chart. Here we clearly have reverse hand shoulders pattern. These signs of weakness, guys, that I do not like. As I said, this market wasn't able to reach OP target and dropped without any clear reasons, because this inability has appeared even before European Central Bank meeting has started and after market already has broken the major Fib level on the daily chart. So from the Fib analysis and extension analysis, there was no solid reasons to stop upward action and start dropping. Especially here, you can see kind of the acceleration has happened. So this is a very important moment, as I said on Friday. It's an important moment of weakness. At the same time, here, market has dropped precisely at the same area as it was standing before. And further action will depend on what will happen here. That's why I have, as you can see, marked this BC ratio, the BC range, the range between the B and C point, this BC leg down. Because breakout of the C point will suggest downward action taken out of the A, because this will be kind of the failure of this head and shoulders pattern. While action above the B point also will be important. As you will see a bit later on the hourly chart, we have another head and shoulders. So you can see this left shoulder, hand, could become right shoulder. If you will take a look at the dollar index, you will see these patterns more clearer. So take a look in the 4-hour time frame chart of the dollar index. You can see it's rather clear head and shoulders pattern is forming. On the euro accounts, it's a bit skewed with this downward action a bit stronger. But on the dollar index, it stands rather harmonic. It's very clear pattern is forming. The same story about the reverse head and shoulders here. So take a look at the hourly chart of dollar index, reverse head and shoulders. And on the euro currency, if you will switch on your imagination, you will see also the reverse head and shoulders here as well. So direct head and shoulders, of course. So right here. In our weekly research, guys, I have put all these charts together. So on the left side of the chart is the euro currency, and the right side is the dollar index. It's more comfortable to watch. So as a result, that is what's important to the B point, as I said, because this is the top of this BC range. And take a look what we have on the hourly chart. On the hourly chart, guys, we could get kind of the ABCD pattern retracement. And take a look at the final destination point of this AB equals CD pattern stands precisely at the B point. So that will be an answer. So if market will break this area to the upside and will show some extra upside action, it will tell us that this pattern is invalid and direct hand shoulders patterns on our chart will fail. And that in turn will confirm the idea of this pattern, right? And further upward continuation. In this case, we could count on the further action, and probably we will try to take some position on some retracement. Also, guys, in this case, the daily cross will be broken up, and indecision will turn to some decision, right? So in this case, we will be focused on this A, B, C bottom, with further upward continuation. So that's why right now, guys, I do not see something else that could help us with estimating and creating some trading plan for coming week. So it probably will take a few sessions, maybe Monday, Tuesday, but direction probably will appear here. That being said, on Monday we are watching for this range and precisely particular for these extreme points, depending on the breakout, but this should be real breakout, not just some kind of wash and rinse returning back up. So market should break this point and stand below it. If this will happen, then we will get, guys, the direction. So below the C point, it will be downside action. Probably this will be first nail in the tomb of the bullish scenario here. So market will drop here to the downside. Because, guys, the raising of the hand draws usually leads to taking out of the bottom of the head. And in that case, dropping below the B point, it will mean that we are going into an OP. The same is true for bullish scenario. So running above the B point will erase this, and taking out of this top, in this case, we're going at least to OP. But potentially, as we have still the bullish stop on the weekly chart, we still have the valid bullish grabber here. It could suggest that we're going to XOP, that stands above this top, and so we already have talked about it. Very close to the yearly pivot resistance one on a monthly chart is 126.15 approximately. So let's wait for a solution that we will get.